Yeah.
If you don't do marketing,
if you look at the only marketing that you would see from me is probably what I like to do, and that's anything from email blasts, which I really love doing.
No, like direct mail pieces.
Some of the pieces that I've got, you would be surprised by just the percentage of probably sales that I've got from any kind of postcard lists or flyers have been nothing.
Yeah, that's what everybody gets.
Yeah, so what I do is I said, man, this is not even working. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to hit the pavement. I'll go to meetings. I'll meet people face to face. And if they like me, great. If they don't, whatever. But I really want to start doing it old school, which is not just the internet, everybody, trying to blast out everything.
So that made a difference in your business.
That made a huge difference.
Touch on appearance, because you look different than anyone else at a meeting. So touch on that, because I'm sure that has an effect.
On appearance,
he's hardly this dressed up. He's usually
but he does stand out in an investor meeting.
Does.
I mean, I still remember when I met you. We usually most of us are in shorts and a t-shirt with holes in it.
You know what? Yeah, well, everybody else was. Yeah. I would say it's funny because those people that are t-shirt and holes are usually the richest. And a good friend of mine, Pete Fortunato, which is a mentor to me more than anything, and he'll go in there with shirts ripped up and split flops. But he owns like 100 properties free and clear, so it's weird. I would say I just want to be me, That's something a trait that my mother gave me is always about presenting yourself the right way. You only have one time for that first impression. And I just want to be myself, And usually I'm a bargain hunter, so those clothes didn't cost too much.
But also you bring a great point, and this is something that I think a lot of people miss in the internet generation. At the end of the day, it really is building a relationship one person at a time. Yeah. Because that's how I started doing it, and you learn that from dating. You date one girl at a time, unless you're Franklin. You learn that building one relationship at a time, whatever it is, and before you know it, you know everybody in the room. If you know what I mean.
Exactly.
It's true.
You're not going to go meet 10 people at once. I mean, it'd be great, but the quality is not there.
Your reputation of me is everything, and it takes a lifetime to build. It only takes a second to diminish. But now one thing I can tell you is Bridgette's business has been 100% word of mouth.
Oh,
really? 100%.
100%.
That's the property management?
Her property management.
Well, because like you guys said, there's not too many people that enjoy that aspect. And being that you're so good at it, I mean, you know what I mean? Everybody needs that.
No, like my stepfather says, I grew too big for my britches. So it's like literally, he said, why don't you start doing property management as a business? And I said, oh, yeah. Because, I mean, his friends, investor friends were calling me left and right, Bridgette, can you rent this house for me? Oh, yeah, sure. And I was doing it for free because they're a friend. Yeah. Because they did a business transaction with him 6 months ago, and I would just do it. And finally I said, I need to get a little smarter here. So I put out a little flyer and I said, hey guys, if you want to use me. And I got like 50 investors that called me like the first 3 months, right?
And it was just through friends of ours that we already knew. It was just a quick email, hey guys, just want to let you know what I'm doing. And then I started just telling my friends about it. I said, okay, now she started her own company. And I tell everybody the same thing. That's how we stay married. She does her thing, I do my thing, and it's good. And people are like, really? I said, yeah. I said, just try her out. And then one person would try her out, and then 15 other people would ask from that one person. He'll say, man, just use Bridgette. And then she just getting calls.
And investors buy in bulk. So usually if they're an investor, they don't just have one property. I've got one investor with 18 properties. You know, here, Bridgette, here's another one. And every week he calls me, I've got another one. Hey, I'm going to buy this one.
Because usually that's not the side that they like to deal with, right?
And that's not the side they should be dealing with.
They shouldn't be doing that. They should be doing what they're good at.
Yeah,
right.
And then you got the system to take care of the rest. So that way they could keep building their portfolio, right?
If you're a true investor, you're doing deals, period. You're just doing deals. Now, if you want to be a property manager, great. Then look at this. Look at the numbers on property management. You pay her 10%. So if that's $80 profit, if it's $800 a month. So if I have that property, I'm an investor, and I want to do it myself, that means, okay, for a whole month of work, I'm only going to get paid $80. Why? When it
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't even make sense. Why do that? Break that down per hour for the whole entire month.
And she's efficient at doing it, and they don't have vacancies like if they were doing it. So I mean,
and she has her company. She has a waiting list of people that already want to rent, just because they want her to rent the property.
Well, a lot of my residents refer all their family members to me. Well, Bridgette found me a house. You've got to call her. I mean, I get aunts and uncles, cousin, grandma. You'd be surprised. A lot of our leads for short sales, for foreclosures, come through my property management. They see my sign somewhere or an ad, or someone said, call Bridgette, and they say, well, I need to move because my house is in foreclosure. Oh, really? What's the address?
Yeah.
Hey, Franklin, I got a foreclosure for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll find you a house. You know, what's the situation? Let's talk about budget. You know, you're losing a house in foreclosure. Can you really afford this? And then all of a sudden now we got credit repair. I mean, these leads, I call them, you know, these prospects become more than just property management. They then later turn into buyers. We had a Section 8 renter that turned into a buyer. I mean, that's unheard of. And I think she went through the program, and we helped her with down payment assistance. I mean, it was a house that we rehabbed. I mean, it was like gold mine from day one. From the day he bought the property, it turned into just a great transaction. So you can't take every person, you can't just look at them and go, oh, throw them away. I mean, it's an opportunity everywhere. And that's how we've been, making it through this market. We go with the current. So here's the storm, you know, this whole financial storm that we're going through. We just kind of go with the current, and you see something shift, then you shift. So that's pretty much, you know, how we've stayed where we are.
And I think the name of the game, and you guys kind of know the name of the game, is cash flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that as a property manager, I'm sure you straightened his butt out when he had all those properties, and then you realized it was cash flow, even though you were already doing it.
Yeah, it was cash flow.
You did it effectively, and that's what you did.
Yep.
That was different than most other people quick turning properties.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, we both have a lot of friends in this business, and everybody always, oh, well, I'll just do it this way because the money's in wholesaling or in this or that or whatever kind of system. You know, I just paid $20,000 for this guy's system. I'm going to make $1 million. Look, if it's too good to be true, and I've been doing this long enough and spent all the money already, so you don't have to. If it's too good to be true, it's not true. You know, it really just boils down to hard work.
The fundamentals and hard work, right?
Exactly. That's it.
So now, what's next for you guys? What's next for this power couple?
We're gonna
After
have
the
a
baby? Yeah.
I'm going to slow down. I'm staffing my weaknesses.
Yeah.
No, I literally am like on a staffing frenzy, and I've got some great people working on our team now that I feel like I can trust, because that's another really big weakness.
And it takes time to build that too, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
We're so hands-on that it's hard for us to go, here, take this. You know, I am like my assistant that is showing, what are you doing? How did it go? What did you say?
Right,
you know.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm slowly going, okay, because another really important thing for me is motherhood. I really want to spend time with my baby, and we have a 6-year-old, and it's fun spending time with him too every evening, and every morning, and every weekend. So, yeah, I think family, we're really focusing on family this year and just balancing our work and staffing whatever we can so that we can keep growing.
And family, and you know what? Just having fun, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because if you're not having fun, why are you doing it at all, right?
Yeah.
You know, just the other day, like we used to go, this is extremely funny. We were at work, and I would look at Bridgette, and this is when the Shikra came out at Busch Gardens. And I looked at Bridgette and said, man, I really want to ride that Shikra. And she's like, me too. Well, let's go. And so we went in the middle of the day. It was like a Tuesday, and we went to Busch Gardens. We went to Shikra, and you know, you're right at the edge. You're like, oh my God, this is great. And so we go down. We're like, okay, you want to go back to the office? Yeah, let's go back. And we just went back. So
we were stressed that day too. We were like, man, this is such a stressful day. Let's go. And he goes, you want to ride the Shikra? Okay, let's go.
So that kind of stuff, you know, that's why I do this. It's just have fun, have a great time. If you're not having fun with what you're doing, man, don't do it. You know, don't look at it just for the money. The money's easy to make. Just do what your passion is, have a good time, and enjoy life, you know.
Or make it fun, right?
Exactly.
If you're in real estate, that's what, make it fun so you enjoy it.
You have to.
Yeah.
And there's ways to make it fun. Like you guys, go on a roller coaster ride in the middle of the day.
I'm horrible. She always, just like, I love movies also. So I would do that sometimes. Man, this movie came out. I got these free passes. You know, I'll leave for a couple hours, come back. She's like, where were you? Oh, I was just, you know, prospecting.
I was like, you're at the movies, weren't you?
And also, as busy as you guys are, you still give back to the community. You still give back to the kids. Yeah. So you have time to do that. So when people say they don't have time, there's time to do that.
You have to make
You
time.
just make time for it, right?
It's time. You know, in the military, I really learned a lot about time management. So if you make time for it, everybody has a Palm Pilot, everybody has a pen in a hand. You can write it down in your hand if you feel like it. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. You just have to make time. You know, those kids, I've been doing that for about 6 years now, and it's always for free. But to me, honestly, Chris, I get more out of that than I do anything in my business. Other than family, I get way more out of that. You know, when you got 1,500 kids and you've got 150 of them at the end of the speaking event coming up to you and said, "Man, you changed my life.